Sawalha, Dame Kelly Holmes, and Judy Love.
Hello, and welcome to your final Newswomen of the Week. We've got a Friday audience. Coming up, we just cannot wait for Saturday as Ant and Dec prepare to say bye-bye to Saturday night takeaway. I know we're looking back at the weekend telly that we love back in the day. From Blind Date to Bullseye, there's something for everyone in our travel through telly time. And it's a big Friday debate. Do pretty people have it easier? Couldn't possibly comment. Can good looks actually hold you back? We've got some strong views there. Also coming up, ending our week with some much-needed belly laughs from Babatunde Alessi. He is going to be telling us about bonding with his new baby girl.
Oh, what a
gorgeous photograph and taking time out to be with his beautiful wife. But on to today's big news, front page of most of the newspapers, the death of the American football star turned actor who was controversially cleared of double murder, O.J. Simpson, of course. In 1995, he was acquitted of the murder of his former wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend in a trial that gripped the world. And the front page of today's Sun newspaper, and I think another one, quotes US reality star Caitlyn Jenner, who said, "Good riddance." Now, of course, Caitlyn Jenner was formerly married to Kris Jenner, who was friends with Nicole Brown Simpson. And Kris was previously married to Robert Kardashian, who defended him. Yeah. So, I mean, the links there are quite incredible. I mean, what impact did it have on you, that case, Judy?
Do you know what? I think I was about 11. And I just remembered, like, all of this, like, discussion and hype around the situation. I do remember seeing, like, news or something and seeing the car chase.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's going on? I just saw this man being chased and I was just thinking, what's going on? It's not until night time when, you know, I've got family in America and they're phoning my mum and they're having these long-hour conversations. So it's just something that has carried on through generation to generation. I mean, they talk about it in rap songs. There's been TV shows about it. There's been movies. So when you think about how long this discussion has been going on to the point that he has now passed away and it's still one of the things that is leading in the conversation, is
he was such
just
a
quite
controversial figure. Why was he so controversial?
Well, I think it was like the trial of the century because if you think about it from a sport, it was like it hit the sporting community really bad. He was one of the best running backs for American football. And so he was like...
a god.
Yeah, idolised. And then he's accused of double murder. So you go from the height of your game and sport and a toy to literally... below
in the
what everyone. And
eye.
I'm sorry, you watch that chase. I can't tell anyone. They can't say to me, "Well, he must be guilty." Then he's like running
That's what
away.
you thought when you saw the chase.
Because you just see the chase.
It's funny because, like, because I don't know anything about sport, but all I knew was he was a gorgeous hunk of a man. So I was like, O.J. Simpson was just like, me and my sister, we were the same. It's just like so gorgeous. Then the first thing I remember is the chase, and I remember thinking, oh my God, he's a black man in America. He is going to be shot, or he is going to be found guilty, and you know he's probably not done it. I went to all of that, and then of course. The trial was totally extraordinary carnival, wasn't it? It was unbelievable. And then, of course, I watched I know there's been many documentaries, but I watched one, and the details and the evidence and the phone calls that she'd made and the photographs of... And I know he was found innocent, but I totally believe he was
in the
guilty.
criminal trial, he was acquitted, but, of course, in a later civil suit, he was found guilty. So, you know, there is still that dubiety that is there, you know, even today after his death.
I keep going back.
People were murdered.
I keep going back to that Ruby Wax interview when and she just asked him straight, like, every now and then, you can't help but obsess with it.
And then years later, he was done for armed robbery, wasn't he? And he served time for armed robbery. It was just the most...
How do you feel about that headline, though? Good riddance.
Well, like you said, I think the family, the Kardashian family, were very, very involved because, of course, she was their mum's best friend. And I believe, if I remember rightly from the documentary, they knew that this was going on. There'd been a lot of domestic violence calls made and all of this. So you can understand that that, yeah, there would be fear. And do you know what? I don't believe that you're never supposed to say anything bad about somebody that's died. What if they were really bad? What if they did really terrible things? I mean, the thing is, I do tell people straight in life. So I don't see why I would pretend once they're dead and pretend that I thought they were great or pretend I liked them.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely get what you're saying, but it's something that we do, don't we? We hold back from it. I mean, I remember when Margaret Thatcher died, of course, and she was a very controversial figure, and some people were very vocal about how pleased they were that she had died, but there was also a huge amount of discomfort around it, you know.
But that's like your political affiliation. This is talking about potentially somebody that's killed 2 people that was out there. That's so
I wouldn't
different.
say I was pleased, but I wouldn't think that would have to rewrite history and say, oh, but, you know, the good in them. I don't see the point of that. I think it's just fake.
I think there's one thing in saying, like, you know, oh my gosh, you know, what they did was terrible. Actually, dancing and happy for someone to die is two different things. You know what I mean? That's where it gets a bit, ooh. Yeah,
I think we are uncomfortable with that. Well, you said that your initial reaction was that he was, you know, a very handsome man. Talking about beauty, they say, of course, it's in the eye of the beholder, but apparently attractive barristers, lawyers, solicitors are more likely to win their cases and receive favourable rulings from judges in real life. So this is what you call pretty privilege.
Wow, you got them.
I know, it's quite something when you think about it, but, I mean, do pretty people have it easier, do you think?
Well, I mean, I've only heard of these 2 words put together, pretty privilege, about 6 months ago, and it was one of my daughters was talking about something they were really nervous about, and her friend said to her, yeah, but, you know, you're good at this and you're good at that, and da-da-da, and at the end she said, but you've also got pretty privilege. I was like, pretty privilege? Never heard about this. What's this? And I think that there is something, obviously, if you have a nice face and people greet you in a better way because of that, there is going to be a privilege in a way because you're going to be naturally maybe more confident. You know, if people always meet you well, I mean, I don't think it's fair, but I think you can't deny the fact that it's fact.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, let's be real. There's certain places, certain workplaces, jobs that people do, and you will see they'll put a particular type of people at the front desk when you greet them than what they have at the back. So I think there is such a thing as pretty privilege. And even in the comedy world, they say you can't be too pretty to be a... I don't know how I made it. But,
that's what I was going to say. You're extraordinary. Close your hats and double the camera. Double funny.
You know, they do say, like, it can be distracting and all the rest of it. But I think it's so hard on both sides because I know people who are really, like, just universal beautiful, like everybody finds them gorgeous and really handsome, and they have issue with dating. You know, a guy that I know is very handsome, he always says every time he meets a lady, she's like, oh, you must have a girlfriend, or you must be a player. Like, what's wrong with you? And so you've got those 2 sides of the coin.
It's funny you say that about women in comedy, particularly women, I think, in comedy. I mean, having obviously spoken to lots of female comedians over the years, they'll often say that they developed their sense of humour when they were at school because they were trying to push back against something else. And they were trying to kind of not win people over, but, you know, to sort of establish themselves. Whereas sometimes maybe if you come through life and you're super pretty from the beginning, you don't actually have to do that because the door's just open.
You're not facing all those different adversity or things that you have to use humour to heal through. So I think that might be one of the things as well. But, I mean, you just look. It's to the, like you said, beauty to the... Is it the beholder, whatever they call it?
Beauty is an eye of the beholder.
That's the same thing I said. So, to what is attractive to one person is
that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, who says who is pretty? Because it's based on your own opinion, and actually, somebody could really look lovely but have the worst personality ever. So actually, it's when you get to know someone that prettiness can go. You can think they look lovely, and as soon as they open their mouth or the way their attitude or behaviours, you just don't like them. It doesn't matter what they look like.
I mean, you've got to have something to back it up as well, haven't you? It's not just being pretty.
It's funny you say that, because I remember watching I'm not going to say who it was, but a reality show a long time ago, and one of the contestants was, you know, objectively beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I was watching from home thinking, oh, she's beautiful. But she wasn't very nice. And within 2 or 3 days, I actually had changed my perception. And so, like, on the Monday, I was thinking, oh, she's gorgeous. And by the Thursday, I was like, she's not very nice.
We must have all gone out with fellas. Well, maybe not you, but...
Let me think.
chatting to a woman and you think, oh, they're gorgeous, and then like 5-10 minutes later...
By the way, I did have a boyfriend.
Oh, did you? Oh, we'll have to have that story one day.
That's another day. You regret saying that. I write these things down, you know.
It's true.
You can go off them because then they're just the character is like not there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, moving on, more romance. We're talking Married at First Sight Australia after 1 o'clock, and Judy and Nadia are very excited about that. Kelly and I don't have a clue, do we? No. But coming up next, Prince William and son George spent some quality time together last night at the footy, but should we all make sure to have regular date nights with our kids? Judy's actually had one this week, and she'll be telling us all about it next. Oh, good to see you again. Still to come. Oh, a lot of happy memories there of ours still on. Surprise, surprise. We are reminiscing about our favourite weekend telly later on. But it is competition time now. Someone in our audience had a bit of a surprise recently when they won one of our competitions. And it's over to Judy to tell you.
I am here with the lovely Shelley. Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you feeling?
Excited.
I'm not going to lie, I thought you won 250 quid, right? But I found out you won $250,000. So, calm down. Some of you lot are trying to be our best brethren. Calm down. So, what are you planning to do with the money, darling?
I've got a new car on order.
Already? Okay. Are you going to say something for your lovely daughter here?
Yes.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where are we going for drinks after?
Wherever you want.
Oh, I love that. And did you feel surprised? When you found out that you won, what was the first thing you done?
I rang my sister because I didn't actually believe that it was happening.
And when you found out it was real, you know, how was you feeling?
Just in disbelief. Still now, with the whole day and everything.
Okay.
Just can't believe it.
So cars, drinks, what kind of holiday? What are we doing with this money, boo-boo?
A big family holiday in Turkey.
Okay, and you've got a big birthday coming up?
Yeah.
So what do you want to say the age?
40.
Oh, 40 people! So, big party, congratulations. Back to you, Kaye.
Oh, congratulations, Shelley. That is incredible. 250 grand. Enjoy. And you could win big, just like Shelley, with this week's competition, worth nearly £115,000 and a brand new VW camper van.
Text price to 81119. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website. Entries cost £2. Call 09068 78119. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY15 PO Box 7558 Derby DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday the 3rd of May at 3 p.m. Good luck.
Well, the Prince of Wales had some quality one-on-one bonding last night with their son George. There they are, watching the footy together at Aston Villa. And Judy, you had a bit of a bonding night with your son as well this week.
I did. You know, we went out this week. We went to a lovely play called Red Pitch. Absolutely phenomenal. At the Soho Palace. And, you know, the play is just fantastic about three boys trialling for football in South London and, you know, the estate is being taken down and community and having options and friendship. And it was really important for me to take my son. I thought, we like to spend time together. I tried to split the time up between the both of them, so I took him and his good friend. And it was just a moment that I could watch him connecting with something and at the same time be able to introduce him to stuff differently. We've gone theatre a few times and, you know, that was something we'd never done, you know, previous years before. And it was so nice because he was getting dressed and he had on, like, a tracksuit. And I said, you ready? And he was like, no, Mum, I've got to change my fit because that's the lingo. They say fit, they don't say outfit now. So, yeah, I've got to change the fit. I was like, all right, son. So we went out and him and his friend had a great great time, and it was just so nice to have that quality time. And it doesn't have to be theatre, you know, but that's what we chose. And it really made me think about this thing about date night with your kids. We have date night with partners, potential partners, or even date night with friends and ourselves. And I think it's great to find a space to have date night with your kids, together and as individuals.
I've never even thought of it, to be honest. Like in that formal
But you do it all the time because you walk a lot with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't have to be necessarily going somewhere. It's just time on your own with them, isn't it?
Yeah. I suppose, I mean, like, growing up, we were just never a sort of organised family in that sense, you know, so we didn't sort of say, right, we're going to put aside this time. We were close, but we didn't do things in a formal way like that. In fact, I remember when I was 8, I just came into my head, it was my birthday, which is around Christmas, and we're having a birthday party, pass the parcel, the usual thing in the house, and my dad came in and he said, what's going on here? He hadn't a clue, and like, we're passing the parcel, the music's going, stuff like that, and my mum said, it's a birthday. And he said, whose birthday? We weren't very organised in our family, but it was all good, it was all good.
Oh, dear, I didn't do anything with my mum. I was so into sort of my athletics that we didn't really have those times. I don't think you did it
Did
as
she
much
not
back
take
then.
you all the time? And...
No, my nan and granddad did more, but I tell you what I did just have is a lovely weekend with some of my family. So I have 8 nieces and 2 nephews, but one of my brothers got 3 kids. So we went to Northern Ireland because they've not really been around and I go there all the time, and it was just like so wonderful because they've suddenly reached out to me to spend more time with them because I'm so, you know, we all are busy, but I'm hardly ever at home. All my family live within 6 miles of each other, but I hardly ever see them. So we went to Northern Ireland, went to Giant's Causeway, and one, it's sort of an education for the kids to see something new and you learn about the giant and all of that, you know, the fantasy stories. But I loved it. Like, it's been one of my best weekends I've had in ages, just spending time with my family. I absolutely loved it.
And I think that's a really good point. We can always be talking about what's right for kids and what should we do for the kids, but actually we forget that actually is lovely for us as well, because so much a parent is just graft. And to actually spend some nice time with them, whether it's something simple like going for a coffee and a walk and just spending that time really listening to them talk, it's lovely.
So do you do it?
Oh, but Maddie is out with Mark today. They still call it Daddy Date. So they're going out for the whole day, and then I'm taking her next week, and then we swap with Kiki. So we do that. We haven't done it enough recently because we forget it's nice for us. But my dad used to... There was one thing my dad used to do with us out of the house, and it was swimming. And he'd take us to swimming, but then once we got there, he wouldn't interact with us at all. He would just, like... He could only go to the teaching pool because he wasn't a very good swimmer. And the whole time, he'd go to the end and he'd just go... push off, and he'd just go flat as far as he could, so he looked dead, and not kick his legs or anything, and then stand up and then go back and then do it again.
Do you know what your dad was doing? We will understand now that we're adults. He was just lying there, relaxing, saying, take off all the stress. That's what
Old-fashioned mindfulness. Well, I used to sit and talk to him for hours at home, hours and hours, cracking monkey nuts and eating dates. Weird. But that's my memory, and so those were dates.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just about the time.
Yeah, and it depends what age and stage they're at,
because my daughter's 18 and I'll find that's the response I get.
That's spa and shopping, is it?
Yeah, so I know my daughter, it's like spa. I said to her the other day, you off on Monday or Thursday? We can do our nails, or, you know, we can go for a little spa, because it's really important. Even that age, they're going through so much different things. You just want to make sure...
Just want to bribe them.
Please, I'll pay you. Spend some time with me.
All right, well, still to come. Married at First Sight Australia, Judy and Nadia are going to be telling the juicy story that they are convinced will make you watch if you don't already. And talking of telly...
Yes, it's New Faces.
Yes. Well, our studio audience seem to be in the mood for the next star. I hope that you are at home with...
Wow, memories there, eh? We are revealing our and your classic Saturday night TV favourites, so refill your cuppa, settle in for some telly talk next. He's on a mission to get us all off our feet and moving.
And we're right behind him in full support.
Fitness guru Joe Wicks jumps into the studio
to tell us all about his plans to get the nation exercising more.
That's Monday, 12:30 on Loose Women. Welcome back to Loose Women and putting the Friday into your Friday. It's me, Kaye Adams, Kelly Holmes, Judy Love and Nadia Sawalha. Still to come from lounging on the goggle box sofa to becoming a bona fide loose man via a spot in the jungle, Babatunde Alessi shares his story. And as Tori refuses to listen to those who don't approve of her relationship with Jack in Married at First Sight, does romance always trump a friendship? Now, there are going to be some tears tomorrow night, aren't there, as Ant and Dec bid farewell to Saturday Night Takeaway. After 20 series, a huge show planned. Some famous faces, including Rylan and Holly, get their own back on the pesky pair in a hilarious prank. It is one of those shows that you just sit down with the family and you enjoy on a Saturday night. That Saturday night experience.
Yeah, I love Saturday night.
Do you? Are you a Saturday night telly girl?
If I'm at home, it's non-negotiable that I have my Indian, my gin, my chocolate, I'm in my PJs, I lay on the sofa, have the blanket...
Oh, can we do it now?
And I have a bell. And a little bell. No, but I do like Saturdays, and it used to be a big family thing as well, definitely. I really loved 3, 2, 1. Do you remember when you had to practice?
Oh, but you can't do it.
3,
Can you
2,
do it?
1.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Remember, you have to do it round the right way, right? 3, 2, 1, because that was rude, wasn't it?
That was rude.
3, 2, 1. Can you do it?
No, I can't do it. I'm terrible at that. Do you want a wee blast of Orville then to take you back?
Oh, yeah.
Got it, yeah.
It's
Here we go.
Let's try this.
Thank you. Turn round and say hello to everybody. Come on.
Okay.
Right.
Hello. Good night.
Eh? What do you mean, good night?
I'm finished now.
You finished? Yes, don't be silly. You haven't even started. Turn round, you haven't started yet.
Oh,
you got that voice.
Right up to the sky and I
Mark does that so brilliantly. He does it regularly for us. I make him do it wherever we are. Do Orville, because that was just so fun. All those shows.
What was your big Saturday night then?
Oh, God, so many. But I used to love Opportunity Knocks.
Yes.
Because that was one that my mum would sit and watch as well.
And I say that quite sincerely, folks.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah. I suppose that was kind of like the first X Factor kind of thing, wasn't it?
And then New Faces, of course.
New
That was kind of
Faces.
the one before that. We're going back too far, Nadia.
There's definitely silence. How wanted everybody in this
Faces. We've got somebody who's got in touch, Janet, who's back to Dixon of Dock Green. I don't think that was Saturday night.
No, that's not Saturday night.
Wise, though, she says.
Now, that was absolutely the whole family's, grandparents, everyone's favourite, Morecambe and Wise.
Morecambe and Wise. Bring me sunshine.
Do you know what we're talking about?
No.
You know when you just know with Judy, she's going...
I was like, I'll bring you the sunshine and I'll bring you the smile. But for me, it's got to be Blind Date. Blind Date and a bit of Barrymore.
Yeah.
Barrymore,
let's have a bit of Blind Date.
Oh,
with you on Blind
I
Date.
love a Blind Date.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Blind Date, the show with more dates than a 5-year diary. So come in, the lads. Wow. Wowzer, wowzer.
But who thinks that Judy should be the next presenter of Blind Date?
I would absolutely love that. Oh, I'd love a reboot. It's such a show. It was fantastic. She was phenomenal, and it had all the family around it. You could laugh as well. So I'm here.
Yeah.
You want me?
I loved it when you were watching it and that do-do-do-do-do. You even did the little dance.
Yeah, because I knew I used to watch and idolise her when I was young, and I knew at the end she'd go boom. But I also love surprise, surprise, surprise.
Miss Cilla Black.
Good.
Oh, the music.
Do you do the Saturday night experience still?
I do. I try to drag the kids onto the sofa. Not literally, but, you know, I always try to, like, kind of find something. Oh, we're going to have your favourite takeaway. And
you bribe them a lot, your kids.
But, you know, just to have that moment, because I had it with my mum and I want them to experience it. They're so busy on other things, all of our kids are, that I just don't want them to miss those crucial moments of just togetherness. And that's what old school Saturday night TV did.
Well, listen, sticking with telly, but back to the present day, one of the most explosive series yet of Married at First Sight, Australia. Now, Judy and Nadia are absolutely avid fans. Kelly and I are not entirely sure.
And we watch it with the kids.
Yes.
No idea.
As well.
Here we go. Here's a little taste of it.
It's time to share some hard truths with your fellow couples. You must write an honest and open letter to Jade Ridge. No way! Hectic!
Every week Jack has done something, he's said something, and she keeps putting up with it.
A joke offering up his wife, and with Jack delivering one of the most notorious comments of the experiment.
Can you muzzle your woman? Muzzle your woman?
He's showing you his attitude toward women.
There is definitely longevity with Jack and I. And if I didn't think there was, I would be wasting my time.
How's the week been?
It's been a full-on week. But I feel, me and Tori, we're in a good place, though.
You're really, really smart. So when do you draw a line in the sand?
People need to understand. I will stand by him, because I vowed that to him.
Wow. Oh, my God, she's so unbelievable, isn't she? She's so deep into
To be honest with you, he just... I'm sorry. Listen, he had... I don't know how, but he just dropped that control over...
him with the long hair?
Within... That's Jack, isn't it? Within 48 hours, when she was at the altar, she was saying, look, I'm strong, I'm this and that, and I like to be the boss and lead. And then he just gave her the eyes, the muscles and the talk, and in 48 hours, she was in complete control by this guy. It's really scary to watch.
Everybody else can see it. That's the point. But will she hear it? Will she listen to it?
No. And it's just like, I'm at the beginning stage, but this is messy.
I can tell you.
Sarah Curry, a gin and tonic and a bell.
I love it though. You say, I still haven't a clue what's going on.
No, really? I've only been watching it.
Yay! You do have a clue, but I kind of tuned in when you said, would she listen? Would she listen? Because that's always the big deal.
It was really interesting to watch. You know that sort of really manipulative person when they can really feel that the other person has finally had enough and pulling away, and he dropped into the situation. Or when we have babies, and we literally watched... Oh, sorry, I've done a spoiler.
I'm scared now.
She literally, you saw a mist go over her eyes, a pink mist.
A good mist?
No, of like, now everything is perfect. She was getting fed up with
she
all
believed him. She believed that
she is. And now she will not take a single bad word about him. And I think in real life, with friendships and all of that, you have to judge whether somebody wants to hear or not. Because if they don't, they will not, no matter what. Even if it's right in front of them. I mean, he said muzzle that woman in front of her.
I know. So in real life then, if you felt that a friend or a family member was getting involved in a relationship that was really not good, would you say something or not?
It's a hard one, isn't it? I feel like, for myself, if my circle of friends are so tight and my family's tight, that if one of those people came to me and was like, oh, it depends on their intent and how they came. If we was out together drinking, they were like, well, your man the other day, then I'd be like, oh, what was that about? But if they sat me down and said, you know, just a little bit, look, I love you both, I'm just a bit concerned, you know, something you said the other day. I could be wrong, but I'm here for you. Then I'd know, like, they're genuinely coming for the concern for me. I would always listen to someone's opinion.
Would you?
I'm not necessarily...
I don't know many people would.
I wouldn't necessarily going to act on it, but you can let people have their opinion, and then maybe you might reflect, and sometimes it might be a trigger because you know that is true.
See, I would not risk that, even with a very close friend, because I think the relationship always wins. And I think it'll run its course, and you could lose your friendship in the course of it, and so I just think don't interfere. And I don't know whether that's just a cop-out. Maybe it is a cop-out, but...
Yes, hard to know, isn't it? Hard to know if you would... You know, if something came up and you know something about that partner, or you've seen them do something, like, would you not want to tell your mate? You know what I mean? Like, if I'd caught a partner doing cheating or whatever with a long-term friend, I think I'd have to.
Red-handed. Would it have to be?
I'd have to know.
Yeah.
But then I have my friends and family, they've been with their partners for years. I mean, like, years. How my sister and brother-in-law are still together, I have no idea.
What? Do you know, you just said that on telly?
Yeah, I just don't know. But then, you know, how am I to say anything when I've only had a 5-year relationship?
But is
You know what I mean?
family
It's like-
not different? I think...
I don't know.
I think I might, if it was a family member, I might be more prepared to stick my neck out because, you know, you think, well, even if we fall out, we're still family. But with a friend, I think it could end the friendship forever. So with a family member, I might risk it. I don't know.
I wouldn't again. I have done with my oldest sister, Dina. And she's all right with me talking about this. And she met this chap and he was incredibly charming looking. And I was really excited to meet him. You know, she was really excited. So I went with a totally open heart. And as soon as I met him, I just literally, like, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. And I just got that really weird, frightened, instinct feeling that things weren't going to be good. And I just sort of didn't say anything. And then eventually I did. I said to him, I'm really, really worried. There's just something that's not right. Yeah, actually, even on the eve of her wedding, I was, like, still, like, trying. And, you know, people will go, but you can't. I was so much younger then. It's like you can't. I would never, ever do that unless somebody asked me directly, because people will see what they want to see, especially in the first Pink Cloud. You know, it ended in a very bad way. You know, it wasn't good.
And did it have an impact on your relationship?
No, it didn't. And in fact, I think that she did think, wow, God, you were right. But the very next shorter relationship that she had that I also felt, God, I don't like him. He's weird as well. She didn't like that at all. So it was weird, because I thought, it's OK.
We're seeing the worst in everybody.
Yeah, because, like, there's so many things that go on that you don't know about. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah,
Just best to just provide a safe space for them to come when and if something goes wrong.
Well, I might tune in to Married at First Sight. It's really like
it's so good.
Coming up next, we are ending the week with some much-needed laughter from today's guest, Babatunde Alesi. He is going to be telling us about fame, fatherhood, and why he prefers a good board game over Saturday night telly. Am I right, Baba? Oh, he's got the dice there. I think so. We're back in a bit.
It's my leave. Lovely. Really good work.
Can we stop now?
Yeah. All right, down you come. So bring your leg to the floor.
Let's cut now, shall we?
I know. I'll step onto that.
We can have you stood in front of that.
Yes, come on, Joe. We've got to have the formation.
It is basically just a chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Very good. That was the finale we were waiting for.
Yeah.
Hello again. Well, that's a sneak peek of our Katie, who's back tomorrow morning with a brand new series of Katie Piper's Breakfast Show. And you can catch Katie every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8:25 on ITV1 and ITVX. Now, Babatunde is here in a moment, but it's time for the competition first. Lisa has all the details on a 2-part prize.
I've come to the Portland Bill Lighthouse on the stunning Dorset coastline just to show you one of the thousands of places you could be visiting if you win our amazing prize. It's a T32 Highline VW camper van in Fontana Red. It sleeps 4, comes with a hob, sink and even a fridge, and it's worth over £87,000. But we never do things by halves at ITV. Oh, no, no, no. So we've also included lots of cash into the prize, £30,000 to be exact.
This is one of the most popular prizes of the year, so if you want to get that entry in early, here's all the details you need to be in with a chance of winning this amazing prize. Good luck!
Text prize to 81119. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 781119. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to DY15, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE10NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on Friday the 3rd of May at 3 p.m. Good luck!
It's time for today's guest now, and he's the comedian who would have given it all up if it wasn't for a call from best pal Mo Gilligan. And a few days later, he is a BAFTA-nominated loose man. Please welcome Babatunde Aleshi.
Hello. Hey.
He smells good, Judy, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, listen, here we are in the presence of two BAFTA nominees.
Come on.
How do you want us to behave?
Yeah. Loose women. It's brilliant. It's lovely to share this moment with you. How are you feeling about it?
I'm gassed about it because you were the one that let me know. You messaged me. Yeah. And me and my wife, we started screaming, and I was just like, oh my days, like, does this mean I'm BAFTA nominated? She was just like, yes. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, you get to say, are you for real? Are you for real? Yeah.
I think he put you under a bit of pressure, though, didn't he? Have we got a little clip here? Hang on, let's have a look.
I do have to say, though, no pressure, but both me and Judy have won awards for loose men and women.
Oh, wow.
So the pressure is high. Do you reckon you can live up to it?
I mean, I'm going to try. You know
have you ever touched one of these before?
Not
now either.
Oh, well, there you go.
All you've got to do now is win.
But no, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You know, but when they said that, I'm not gonna lie. In the back of my head, I was just like, okay, BAFTA then, innit? Like that's exactly what got in my head. But I didn't know that it would actually happen, like the nomination. So yeah, very, very proud.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So how far back do you two go then?
I must have known you now maybe like, what, 8 years, 10 years maybe on early circuit? You was definitely in comedy before me, and I remember hearing about Babatunde and then seeing him and was like, oh my gosh. And then having shows and booking you to come on to my shows, it was like, he was just phenomenal. It's like, yeah, if I want to do a show, I want Baba on there. So it's just brilliant, you know.
Judy was a star from the beginning. The minute I saw her, I was just like, yeah, she's going to be famous one of these days. But she was just so good. Like, your energy was just like, it's a massive
like that
energy.
every day.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Thank
But
you.
you nearly gave it all up, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. But, you know, I'm back now.
Why?
So,
Why?
I nearly gave it up because I kind of got a bit discouraged with the just the pursuit of fame. And then once I put that to a side, and my wife sat me down and was just like, we need more money in this house. That's when, like, doors started opening, and Mo Gilligan, you know, one day he phoned me up. He was just like, hey, how would you like to go on tour with me and do Gogglebox? And it was just like, cool.
Wow.
And then this,
Oh, so it was Gogglebox, yeah?
Yeah.
Gogglebox, Wow. Yeah. So you just got an instant reaction from that, did you? Because of the rapport and everything?
Yeah, the rapport, like me and Mo, we've known each other like 15 plus years. And so what you see on screen is exactly how we are in real life. And we always hang out. We've been hanging out, going to watch football together. We're both Arsenal fans, so we always go to watch the games together. So we've built that relationship from there. So that's what you see on TV as well.
Well, you've just done a tour which was just sold out. Let's just get it very clear. Sold out tour.
Yeah.
I've just finished my tour and I've got the hunger again to be on stage. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah. Hopefully I will be going back out next year, but the fingers crossed. We was, you know, just sorting out a couple of negotiations and them kind of things. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of what you're saying in terms of sold out, I did not know that was going to happen, because when I first announced the tour, it was like something like 7,000 tickets. I was just like, if I sell 4, I'll be all right. Then all of that sold out, and then it went to like 12,000, then 20,000. Next minute I heard there's 34,000 tickets, and then they all got sold out.
I know, because I got to know you from the jungle. That's where I found you, and then I wanted to get tickets and I couldn't get any. And that was it, wasn't it? It just went crazy for you after Love Island.
It just went crazy, and like every
you were so
single...
funny on it.
Thank
I mean,
you.
You really were.
Every single show was amazing, man, and I've got like the best fan base ever. Like they also, because I had my daughter in between my tour, so I took 3 months off, and I like told all my fans, and they were just like, yeah, man, do your thing, and I was so happy, man.
Yeah, because I know you love your home time too and your downtime. Into board games.
Very into board games.
Yeah, National Scrabble Day, of course. But watch this one; she's so competitive. Are you competitive?
Yeah, you're competitive.
Yeah, I'm very competitive.
All right. What should you play?
Anything. What do you think you can win? Yeah. You think you can?
But if you like board games, what about on a Saturday? We were talking about Saturday nights with family members. Do you do that? And
we do that, but to be fair, we like to have like our off-screen time. So that's where the board games always come in, especially my son, because, you know, you stick a tablet in front of a child, you will lose them forever. So our thing is switch off the TV, switch off the tablets, your phone, put them away. Let's bring out a board game, let's play. And we like to play things that kind of get our brains ticking, so lots of word board games, you know, from your classic board games to everything. We just play it all, and we lose a lot of time playing them.
And, you know, earlier we were talking about dates with your kids, and actually a board game is a totally affordable date to have, isn't it, with your kids, where you're getting that intense time together.
Do you let your son win?
Nope, I don't. I think the best part of being a father is watching your children lose and seeing them cry. And it's
You know, look, we was talking about loads of stuff, and you know it's like being on the panel. We have like a variety of topics, but we also was talking about pretty privilege. And I was talking about, you know, as comedians, especially as females.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, oh, OK.
I don't get that. I don't know nothing about pretty privilege. I know ugly privilege.
No.
You get shouted at. Yeah, man.
So your son, you were saying, oh, no, he's going to lose, but, I mean, you've got a beautiful little baby daughter.
Do.
How old is she?
She is 6 months now.
Oh, how is that going?
That is going great. She's like daddy's girl. She's getting into that now. Now, every time I enter the room, she's smiling and stuff, whereas before she was just like, I don't want to see you. Get out of my face, where's mummy? But now she really is starting to love me, and, yeah, I'm smitten. She has me wrapped around her fingers.
I knew it.
Yeah, you did say it.
Because you're mine as well.
I am hands-on. To be fair, all of it. All of it. But Judy did message me. She was just like, you're about to have a girl. She was just like, watch. Watch what happens.
But you've got such a beautiful family. I love your wife, because she's always doing motivational stuff and really being open about being a parent.
Yes.
Like, you both support each other with that as well.
Absolutely. I support my wife on all her dreams. Even with... when the 3 months I took off from the tour, it was to help my wife, because I knew what it's like having a child in the first 3 months. So I was there. I was waking up with her, you know.
You might have trouble when you get home, though, because you accidentally said, I do all the nappies. It was an accident. He misspoke.
No, honestly, it's the least I could do, because watching my wife wake up like 2 to 3 times in the night, I'm just like, look, changing the nappy, that's fine.
Fabulous opportunity, everyone.
Thank you.
That is it for today. Next week, our Male Cup runneth over. We've got Joe Wicks, we've got Larry Lamb, we've got Tom Allen, and we have got Daniel Bedingfield. They will all be here. Until then, have a fabulous weekend.